What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back again. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Boy, what an exciting weekend. It was a big weekend in sports. Warriors tied that thing up, 1-1, going back to Oakland, tied series. And Andy Ruiz, shout out to Andy Ruiz. Much respect to that brother. Listen, Andy Ruiz shocked the world. Took AJ's belts. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. All right, so today's topic is going to be about Anthony Joshua. But first, let me show some love and respect to Andy Ruiz. Listen, Andy Ruiz did the impossible. And I was watching the fight, and one of the announcers said, "This is a huge upset. Bigger than Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson." I'm like, get out of here, man. They didn't go to media, overhyping everything. Bigger than Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, no way. But as I sat back and started to think about it, he's got a good point, guys. Andy Ruiz, this is bigger than Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. But I do think that Andy Ruiz, in this era of fighters, will have much more success than James Buster Douglas had in that era of fighters. And we'll actually talk about that a little later. Because Andy Ruiz is a really good boxer. And Buster Douglas was a really good boxer too. He could have beat up a lot of the boxers in this era. The thing is that, Andy Ruiz was highly underestimated. And that's why we got a lot of what we saw in this fight. A lot of fans looked at his size, they looked at his punch, and what they didn't do, because they probably couldn't do, because the casual fans, was do some film study on Andy Ruiz. See, I don't judge fighters by records or, what the tail of the tape says, and no disrespect, because some people can actually, create good assessments from that, but I have to do film study. I have to get in there and see what this fighter can do, how he works the jab, hooks, feints, what his footwork look like, defense. That's what I have to see. And when I did film study on Andy Ruiz, he's a true fighter. This guy's a true heavyweight. And so I did not pick Andy Ruiz. I don't think anybody did. And as a matter of fact, another shout out. Shout out to Jose Yepes. Jose Yepes. That's my man. Jose is the only one I know on earth that picked Andy Ruiz to win. He called this. He said Andy Ruiz was going to shock the world. And hey, much respect to Jose, because I picked Joshua. But what I did say is that Andy could win. Because I've always thought that Joshua fans and even, some of the mainstream media, they've had Joshua here. When I had Joshua here, we're going to get into this era of boxing that I was talking about. I've said for months on a couple of live shows and, on different channels and on comment sections that Anthony Joshua could be beat by any heavyweight boxer ranked from 1 to 15. They all had the ability to beat him. And I was called an AJ hater. Oh, you didn't know what you're talking about. You just hate AJ. Not true. Speaking My Sports Talk is all about sports first, athletes second, flat out. We don't hate on anyone. I call it how I see it. And I see this in AJ. I've also said that AJ had a problem with gassing out. He has the bodybuilder style muscles. That's not the right type of muscle for a high cardio sport like boxing. Bro, he needs to tone that down. Allow that oxygen to flow freely through his body. His muscles are too tight, restricts the flow of oxygen. So no matter how much stamina training he does, he's gonna have problems gassing out. And I've been saying that for months, but you're an AJ hater. You don't know what you're talking about. AJ can't fight off the back foot. I've been saying that for months, but I've been an AJ hater. But listen, Ruiz proved that because he had AJ backpedaling. And now you have people say, oh, AJ was a shell of himself. He didn't look like the AJ we all know. Because do you know AJ to be fighting off his back foot? Do you AJ fans? No. You're used to seeing AJ beat the hell out of everyone. You're not used to seeing AJ fight off his back foot. But if you took time to do film study and notice in those fights, when he had to come off his back foot, whether he won or not, he didn't do well. Ruiz had him off his back foot the entire night, guys. So I do film study. And through film study, yeah, Ruiz shocked me and he shocked the world. But I was not too shocked to see that Anthony Joshua got beaten. Because I've said for a while, from 1 to 15, he can be beaten. I've said Wilder is one knockout away from losing a fight. And I don't mean Wilder getting knocked out. I mean, if Wilder doesn't knock the opponent out, he's one knockout away from losing. How many fights have Wilder been pretty much losing? And then he knocks the guy out, and then he wins. So Wilder's one fight away from, one knockout away from, losing a fight. Tyson Fury's the best heavyweight? Might be a topic. Is Tyson Fury the best heavyweight? Especially after this Ruiz fight. Could be a future topic. But let's talk about the topic today. Again, congratulations, Andy Ruiz. Shout out to my boy Jose Yepes one more time. He's the only one I know that called this fight. Now, here's the topic today, guys. It's a good one. Got to put the thinking caps on. Get that mastermind, those masterminds in order, because this is a tough topic. What happens to AJ from here? Does AJ bounce back off of this and rise back up to glory? Does he get in that gym, get better, do some high cardio training and tone that muscle down and drop them dumbbells, you know? Get some cycling and some running and some swimming and some cardio and some jump roping. Yeah, this is what AJ needs to do. Get some more gas in that tank. Practice on using that jab. For the love of Christ. Or let me change that. For the love of sports. AJ is 6'6". Use that jab, AJ. You know, I don't blame all that on AJ. Maybe it's a little bit of training in there, but I believe that AJ can rebound off this fight. I don't believe AJ's any less of a fighter than he was. Like, let's kill that nonsense. We're not going to talk about AJ being less of a fighter than he was prior to this fight. All fighters lose. Floyd Mayweather has this illusion that a loss means that much. No, all fighters lose. You have to lose before you learn how to win. Remember that. So, does AJ bounce back? Can he bounce back? Can he get back to the top? One perspective. It was really hard for the team to come up with 30 facts on this. So it's going to be hard for you guys to score. YC, JB, he knows his sports. IBFP, Boxing Nuke, Barker Raider. Hey, put those thinking caps on, guys. You know? Second perspective. Is this the end? Does AJ just kind of, was he exposed too much? Was that stamina exposed too much? Now people are going to utilize that. You know, is this the end for AJ? Was the fact he can't fight off his back foot, which I've been saying for the longest time, was he exposed on that? You know? What was AJ exposed too much and now he won't get back to glory and he'll probably lose fight after fight, end up retiring? Is this the end of AJ? Because we have people saying this, that, you know, they don't think that AJ is going to be able to return, that Al Haven's going to mess around with the belts and AJ is going to have to really fight now, fight real competition to get back to the top, and they don't think he's going to make it. Is this the case? This is a good one, guys, because I don't know. I know you guys know, and I would like to say AJ gets back to the top. Personally, I think he could, but what I think doesn't matter because, hey, guys, I don't even know the facts until I know the results. Until you guys tell me, does AJ get back to the top or does AJ fall off? It's all up to you guys. I need a mastermind on this topic. Put those thinking caps on, guys. Let's go. You know, get to that championship. Build these mastermind. Knock JB. Shout out off that mountain he's on. He swept last week. You know, guys. What happens? Does AJ get back to the top? Or does his career stop? For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.